feel like I haven't vlogged in 10,000 years, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hi, internet. We are section hiking the Sheltowee Trace this year. Did you know that technically, if you do the entire trail within a year, it classifies as a through hike? I have so many pants on. Today's goal is 24.5 miles, and when I say goal, I mean we have to do it because that's where the other car is. I don't know where I put the car key, which is kind of a problem. Are you putting your yak tracks on right away? I think I'm gonna put mine on right away. Okay. I just feel like I'm gonna eat shit if I don't. We are today planning on hiking 24.5 miles from the northern terminus of the Sheltowee Trace to Moorhead University, essentially. Our other car is parked at the Eagle Head. It is snowy and rainy here today in beautiful Kentucky. I am just hoping to not fall on my butt a bunch today. That's my main goal. This is us starting the Sheltowee Trace. It is January.
Freezing cold. Very wet.
It's raining. You can't tell.
You can't tell. Or maybe you can. I don't know.
So we are the first people out here, and we think that the trail is right there. This is gonna be a fun time, huh, Becca? And our first trail marker. Hiking in the snow. Something that you don't really think about when you're hiking in the snow is that it's kind of like hiking in the sand, in that every step your foot sinks in a little bit. And especially because we are first people on here, it's very, very falling into it with every step. So that's fun. There's Becca. We are almost to the Clark Farm, which is where we're gonna have lunch today. It is a little over 9 miles from the trailhead, and I actually came on here to be a lot of this part of the trail isn't covered in snow and ice, and then you just watch me slip on snow and ice. But it overall just a little easier to walk on. So I feel like we've been really trucking this last half mile or so. Although, it still looks like that. We have stopped for lunch. We are at the Clark Farm. They have a lovely little area here for hikers that they have. And this is also one of the first places where there's a designated camping. You have to contact them. We're not camping here. We're just eating lunch. And at the same time, my stove is barely going right now. This is on max volume. This thing's all the way open. You can't even hear it. This is 4 Season Fuels, but I don't know if it's emptier than I thought or if it's too cold. Who knows? Not me. It took a while for the water to boil, but we got to boiling, and now we can eat and have a hot meal before the next part of the trail is pretty much just straight up everything we just hiked down. So we just checked the elevation. It's about 300 feet in under a mile. Not terrible, but it's a little icy in spots.
Treacherous,
so
more so.
yeah, a little treacherous. So
Around, we've got 20 miles.
yeah.
Might as well hike it.
Besides the fact that walking in snow is the absolute worst, something else nobody talks about when winter hiking is that a lot of trails assume that you are hiking them in the summer, which means that when the ground isn't covered in this white stuff, it's very obvious. So there aren't as many trail markers. And sometimes you're on what looks like a trail over there, and you're saying, the next marker's on the other side of this creek. Guess we gotta cross it somehow. We just did our 67th creek crossing in the last mile. You just go back and forth over it, and I feel like each one is getting worse. It's getting deeper and less easy to cross. If you look behind me here, you'll notice that that's 6 inches deep, pretty fast moving. I had to use that log to get over here. So many creek crossings. Plus side, you have so much water in this section of the trail. you're not gonna be dehydrated. Out of the woods into road walking. We have reached the part of the day where the sun has gone down and we are not in our cars. So we're still walking. And this is why you always pack a headlamp. You can't see us, but we just hit mile 20, which means it is chocolate time. It is very important on a long hike to give yourself a little treat. And you say, oh, when we make it here, you get a little treat. And our little treat is a little piece of chocolate. And then I also have a brownie. When we get to the car, I'm having a brownie.
Oh, Cheez-Its too.
Oh, and we got a box of Cheez-Its in the car. Big win, big win.
For me, it's your
Fault. Oh, I thought it was fault. It is day 2 of our Sheltowee Trace hike, and we got some unexpected weather. So we cannot actually get back to where the hike is. So instead, we are going with the flow, and we are parked here at Clearfield Elementary and are going to be hiking to Moorhead State. It's just a couple of miles, but it's what we can do safely today. We're just walking through the town of Moorhead today. Turtles. As you're walking through Moorhead, I had Becca, but there are these turtle statues that you'll see along the road, and those were put out by businesses as another way to designate the trail. So you know you're in the right spot if you see a bunch of turtle statues. Turtle. Turtle! One hill today, and it's this driveway. Up the trailhead we started at yesterday. Back to my car and having my celebratory Tony's Chocolonely. That is the first section of the Sheltowee Trace done. And we'll see you back here in February.